Welcome back to episode 46 of Off the Wall podcast. I'm your host, Bobby, joined by Matt and Melo. Last podcast of the regular season. Game 162 for today wraps it up. What a season. We did it.
It's been a great season. I mean, it's had its highs and lows, disappointments for a lot of teams, surprises for a lot of teams, but we're going to dive into that throughout the episode, so I won't spoil anything now. But yeah, feeling good going into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. All three of our teams are in the postseason. It's great. None of us are disappointed yet. The postseason didn't start yet.
It's a key word there.
Right. But we feel good.
Well,
End of the regular season. No one's disappointed. This is great morale for us. We could all bond about postseason baseball.
till at least Saturday at the very earliest. But hey,
Now,
I have confidence. So
we'll get into that. Melo, you have anything about the regular season wrapping up today?
Yeah, if I could just say sayonara to all the teams that didn't make it. Have fun in Cancun or wherever you're going. We'll see you next year, or we'll see some of you in the World Baseball Classic, so that'll be exciting. But I just want to take a quick second to say thank you to the LA Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks for giving me credentials this past season. It was unbelievable. I tip my hat off to you. I hope I can do it again next year, and I hope I can do it in a couple days. I don't know, but we'll see. And to the Angels, Here.
For those who are not watching, Melo is pointing at
Thanks
the
a lot,
camera
Angels.
with his not his pointer finger, not his ring finger.
Not my thumbs either. You
Whatever.
couldn't, Angels, you couldn't give me one. I couldn't get one. 82 games, 82 home games, or 81. And I couldn't get one. The bar is already low, but Jesus. I can
The hot
basically
dogs
step
are
over
bad.
it now. Yeah.
They did nothing for you.
No. I mean,
Ridiculous.
other than $5 for parking, but that was about it. But so
Whatever. Next year.
who knows? Maybe they're
Maybe you
gonna
don't
have to
even
beg.
want it.
They're gonna have to beg. They're gonna have to beg.
Yeah, if they give it to you, I would say don't even take it. Yeah, you might.
We'll see.
Depends on
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take.
But if Mike Trout and Shohei aren't there, then screw them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm done. I'm done talking about the Angels. Let's get to some teams that actually know how to win.
But oh, real quick, we didn't go over this. Shout out to Aaron Judge hitting number 62. Thank you. Amazing moment.
It was.
Melo, can we get Bobby's little girl voice?
No, come on.
Yep.
Just do it. But
Aaron Judge, I knew you were gonna do it. You're the MVP. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I knew you'd hit 62. You're a Yankee for life. You're not leaving.
Is that it?
I think that's right.
Are you done?
I think I'm done. I mean,
Okay. All right.
You might be on your knees doing that voice in a couple of days, so we'll see.
Relax. The playoffs don't start for another week for me and you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Come on.
I have
Don't need to
time.
look down on the peasant Phillies being the last
No,
wild card
I'm
seed.
rooting for the Phillies.
Have fun for that flight from Philadelphia to St. Louis tomorrow. Have fun. Get it over there. You only got a day to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be all right.
But what do you call it? We're gonna go over. So the plan for this episode, we're gonna go back, look back at our predictions, our awards predictions, our standings predictions. We said some quotes from different podcasts from the past, early in the season, or even before the season that we dug up. We're gonna see how bad we predicted this season, or maybe some good predictions. But I would say majority we were pretty off. But yeah, so let's start with that. let's go. In the beginning of the season, when we did our division previews, we went for each team's over/under win total, and let's go through that. See how we did. Matt, you got the numbers?
Yeah. So Bobby and Melo fared a little bit better than I did. It wasn't egregious. Bobby and Melo predicted correctly 18 of the 30 MLB teams. So
That's
slightly
not
more
bad.
than 50%. Yeah. Pretty
I'll take
good.
it.
Yeah. I got 14. I took some shots on some teams that had a little more faith in than they did. Than the teams did, not than Bobby and Melo did. I mean, I thought the Angels were going to do pretty good. I'm not making that mistake again. The Fish, I can't be mad at you because you helped us a lot get into the postseason. So I appreciate that, but in the end, I only got 14 right. So
So close to
slightly
half.
under. Yeah, slightly under 500. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Who are we kidding? Nobody knew what was going to happen. The Guardians, all of us took the under on. It was
Yeah.
like 74, right, or 76.
I don't remember. Something like that. Sure.
Yeah, we all took the under on that, not knowing that hey, they were going to be pretty good this year.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean the Giants,
Orioles, we were all completely wrong.
Orioles.
You know what? I just want to apologize on the behalf of all of us, the Baltimore Orioles, everyone in the Baltimore Orioles organization. We doubted you.
I think that's a necessary apology. Yeah.
We
Yeah, I'm
doubted
sorry. I'm sorry for saying that. Oriole fans had to get ready for Ravens training camp in the middle of May. Sorry, I apologize for that.
We doubted you guys, but you proved us wrong, and we couldn't be happier. Because if there's any team that could prove us wrong like that wrong, I think we could all agree that we're happy it was the Baltimore Orioles. That proved us wrong in that way, at least.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Good job, Orioles. Congrats on a great season. But you know what? Next time, we'll believe in you. We're going to believe in you next. I'm taking the over next year, whatever it is.
Oh,
I'm going to take it. Because we did them wrong. And I'm going to pay them back. I'm taking the over. No matter what total
All right.
we say.
You heard it here first.
okay. The odds in Vegas for next year just went down a couple games, so we'll see.
Imagine it's like 85.
Orioles
Yeah,
go out and sign all the free agents, end up trading for a couple superstars, win total 99.5. Bobby's taking the over.
Yeah, I
you
will.
heard it.
I still will. But yeah, no, the Orioles we obviously got wrong, and probably about 100% of baseball fans.
Yeah.
And if you say differently, you're lying. But who else? I think that was the ones that we got really wrong. Matt, I'm gonna point this out that I'm sorry, both of you, that you guys picked the under for the Astros, 91.5 total.
Now, hold on a second, Melo. I take full responsibility for this. Do yourself a favor, go back and listen to whatever episode it was.
It was.
I opened my
March.
fat mouth and I convinced Melo that the Astros were not going to be good, that the Mariners were going to be really good, which, okay, I was half right on that. And that I didn't convince him that the Angels were going to be good, but I convinced myself that the Angels were going to be good. So if you want to listen to idiot talk, then go back and listen to that episode and listen to my terrible predictions.
Hey, it's all right. But I believe
Yeah,
you guys
and
had also
listen-
said that the Mariners. Well, obviously that goes hand in hand. That the Mariners were going to win the division too.
Yes.
You gonna pile on?
Well, Melo, you're kind of you're okay here, because Matt dragged you in. Maybe we can blame you for believing Matt.
I was just gonna say that, like, yeah, it's like I'm an idiot too for
For
Like-
believing Matt.
believe.
For making
Yep.
change your mind.
I
I
should be at
will-
20 right now.
You should. I will say, of the three of us, there was one of us that got a comment for so and so for real just went 15 for 15 on the over under post for the American League. It was me, but I did not go 15 for 15.
Wow.
I also got a couple votes for the best predictions there, so
You
I
what?
know some of you out there thought the same as I did. You're in this boat too. We suck. Our predictions are terrible.
Okay, let's you know what? I like this. Real quick. Segment here. Let's read comments and call out these people who had some bad comments. First one pops right off top from Justin Gano Strength. Hardcore sleeping on the Tigers for sure. Oh,
Not quite, my guy.
Dominic Durante? Oh, okay. You know what? This is the only person on earth who said you're massively underrating Baltimore. Then he also said 162-0 incoming. Yes, Melo.
See, now this is the guy I should have listened to instead of Matt. Christian Kruger.05 says, why does everyone think the Astros are just a AAA team without Correa? They made the World Series and he did jack in the playoffs. I should have listened to that guy.
Yep.
A lot of people said sleeping on Detroit.
The Royals about to shock some people.
Yeah, that was.
We stopped
Mar-
watching after Bobby Witt Jr.'s first hit. That was it. Tuned out.
That's funny.
That was a highlight of their season.
Yep, it really was. But yeah, no, that was a lot of people. How did everyone agree on under Detroit? I'm kind of confused about that. But yeah, I don't know. You know, people are just like us. You know, we're better.
Exactly.
We're better than them. It's okay.
Wow.
As a Yankees fan, why do people predict us to do well? The team will be better than last year, but we ain't winning the World Series unless trades are made.
Well, trades were made. I'll give them that. Nothing that really.
Josh
changed
Donaldson, right?
Are they? How are
IKF?
they?
That was probably. This was after Donaldson,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't know.
They stay
Whatever.
healthy?
Donaldson?
No, I'm talking about other trades that
Oh,
were
whoa,
made
whoa,
during
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa, whoa.
season.
Whatever. Yeah, Andrew Benintendi's played a huge part in the. No, I'm kidding. He got injured. Every trade person got injured. Whatever. You know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's move on. Awards predictions. You want to go over those? I mean, obviously they haven't announced the awards yet, but we can say
You can kind of tell who's
if
going to
our
win them already.
guys. Yeah.
I mean, it's safe to say we didn't do too hot on those either, but
All right. Let's see.
I mean, we can give ourselves credit. Our mid-season awards were a little bit more on pace with how things should be compared to our preseason predictions.
Yeah. You have those?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. So MVP in the National League, all of us unanimous, Paul Goldschmidt.
Yes, mid-season.
This is mid-season
Yeah.
awards. So
yeah, we'll do the good ones first and the bad ones.
yes,
we'll
exactly.
save for after.
National League Cy Young. Bobby and myself had Sandy. Melo had Gonsolin. Good pick, Melo. Obviously, unfortunate he got injured.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're right, so it's okay.
Rookie of the Year. All three of us, Spencer Strider. That's sort of a throw up between Michael Harris and Spencer Strider. On the AL side.
Oh, you guys.
Bobby and myself, Shohei Ohtani.
Damn it.
Melo, Aaron Judge. No,
So disappointed
Bobby,
in myself.
you could still be right.
I don't
We
care.
don't
I'd
know
rather
what the
be wrong.
writers are thinking.
I'd rather be wrong. I'm so
American League-
disappointed in myself.
American League Cy Young. All of us unanimous Shane McClanahan. I don't think it's gonna be that anymore. Now we will get to you, Melo. We will get to your prediction, but yes.
Can I defend myself there for a second? I think Verlander was like on the IL at the time. So if I could defend myself, we'll get to that after. But if I could defend myself here, I believe Verlander was hurt.
Right.
That was the
Okay.
week he went on the IL, right before the All-Star break.
Okay. American League Rookie of the Year.
We also-
Julio.
I hope we. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hopefully Adley. I don't think Adley's caught him, so I think
Yeah,
we're good with that.
No.
So we want to go to the
If we have to.
preseason
If we have
preseason
to.
awards predictions.
If we must,
Might as well.
I'll get those. I have those in front of me.
All right.
So, American League MVP. Wow, Melo, you really had him talk you into everything, did you? Did you have Matt talk you into everything? You guys both had Vladdy Jr. Great season, but not really, obviously, other than even Judge and Otani. I don't think.
Was it the movie? Was it the movie we
Well,
were looking for?
It wasn't a good movie. I'll say that.
Then I had Luis Robert, who again, good season, but not obviously an MVP worthy season. Cy Young.
Injuries? Question mark.
No. He
I-
was injured at one point. I forget how long he was out for.
Okay.
but-
Maybe I'm thinking of Eloy.
Well,
I know that
No,
too.
Robert was definitely out.
Okay.
He only played in 98 games. I thought it was way less.
There you go.
But yeah, so not a great pick by me. But Cy Young, we all had 3 different picks. Matt had Shane Bieber.
Hey, second season comeback, baby.
Yeah.
Or second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean
He's got to finish top 5.
Yeah, he will. I think so. 2.88 ERA. Yeah, I think he's definitely up there. I had Garrett Cole.
Kermit.
Whatever. Did you guys see? There was a viral video going around
Yeah, I saw it.
last night after he broke the Yankees single season strikeout record. He had a speech in the locker room, but he's definitely seems like an awkward guy. So he seemed like nervous to talk in front of everyone. He was like, yeah, so and someone put that voiceover over Kermit the Frog, like giving a speech or something, and it was so funny. But anyway, I had Garrett Cole, and Melo had Justin Verlander, who, I mean, probably gonna win that award. Amazing season, but to Justin Verlander. Rookie of the Year, we were unanimous in saying Bobby Witt Jr.
He might get third?
Second or yeah, top 3, definitely. Second or third. I mean, if it wasn't for Julio, Bobby
You
Witt
could
had
make a
great year.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had 20 home runs and 30 stolen bases. That's pretty good. So on to NL. Me and Matt were together on the NL MVP, Juan Soto.
How's he doing?
Not quite.
Yeah, okay. We'll move on. Melo's NL MVP. Who would have guessed it? Trey Turner. But it's not correct because he probably isn't a Dodger to do it this year. If anyone, other than Goldschmidt, Freddie.
Yeah.
But Trey Turner, great year. No, not a bad pick.
100
Cy
ribbies.
Young. Cy Young, we all had different picks. Matt had Corbin Burns, who will finish probably top 5-ish.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
I had Zach Wheeler, wrong Philly, and Aaron Nola.
Top 10. I would give him top 10 probably.
Yeah,
Wheeler.
8, 9-ish. 8,
Yeah.
9. And then Melo had Walker Bueller. Very unfortunate.
I miss Walker Bueller.
You usually have to pitch a lot of the games to win the Cy Young. But
Thanks. Yeah. The idea is to stay healthy throughout the whole season.
so
I
Rookie of
miss
the Year.
Walker Buehler.
Me and
Man,
Matt
this is a terrible pick.
had Seiya Suzuki.
He had a
And-
great first month.
Did he? I think he got injured too.
Yeah, I think so.
And then
I think
Melo.
so.
Dude, this was a good pick by you though. You kind of nailed this one. Joey Bart. You nailed it.
I
You nailed that. But
thought the magic pixie dust in San Francisco was still there, and I thought it was just gonna rub off of
hey, you could
on the
still,
Joey Bart.
you could stand tall though, because you were the only one that got anything right. Probably at least from our
Hey, yeah,
assumptions.
I'll take my walk off curtain call on Verlander.
Yeah, that's
That's
fine.
deserved. That's
Yeah, it's fine.
deserved.
Yeah, but
I hit a home run. I bat flipped. I took my time running around the bases. I flipped off the other dugout. I was running past third base. I'm gonna take my jog on that one.
there you go. But
Hip
what do you
that
call
home
it?
run.
Throw the bat 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, like
100.
Bautista.
Yes, even better. But that's all the predictions. Oh, we could go into some quotes that we had too, right?
We can.
We don't have to, but
Yes, we do.
You know, it's
I'm
Matt,
about
it's up
to
to
be
you.
featured on Ice Cold Takes. It's okay. It's okay. I was convicted that the Astros were not going to be as good as they were this year. Bobby,
Yo,
go ahead.
are you
I
sure
would
you
say
want me to
roll
say
the
the quote?
tape. That's
Read the
okay.
full-
I
read
would
the
say roll
full-
the tape, but it's a quote. So
You know
go
what? Fine,
ahead.
I'll put it right here. I'll put it in this clip.
All right.
I can see the Astros finishing in third place in the division.
Okay. I mean,
Do you have any words?
not really. I was wrong. That's a start.
That is true. You were.
Yes. I had faith in the Mariners, which turned out to be a good thing. They were good. As I said earlier, the Angels absolutely let me down and they suck. I won't make the same mistake again. I'd like to apologize to I guess myself and Melo mostly for talking
thank
Melo
you.
into picking the Mariners to be better than the Astros, but yeah, I don't know. This is a terrible prediction.
It's okay. It was. That was awful. That
That
might
was
be like
probably
that was
the
the worst.
worst of ours.
That was probably the worst prediction of the year. You know, we should give out awards every year. What should we
Here we
call it?
go. Yeah,
We'll think
The,
about
do
that.
that. We'll get on
ATV
that.
awards. I don't know.
The worst, whatever. But you want it. We'll think of a name, but you want it.
Here we
Good
go.
job.
Phillies might not win anything this postseason. I at least won something.
Exactly.
You got
Melo.
You got the first pick next year too, for whatever.
Yeah. That's what it'll be.
You won the
Melo.
lottery.
Had probably one of the best predictions. This was in May that you said, I think winning the division is out of the question for the Blue Jays, and that you think they're a wild card team. A lot of people disagreed. Thanks for being right.
I mean, it was almost Tampa that won the division. So,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but again, I'm proud of myself for that. I shocked myself.
Yeah, you did pretty well. I had one. It wasn't. I wish I was more aggressive with my take here, but I was definitely being easy. I said the Red Sox will finish this season no more than 3 games above 500. This was in June, early June. But I wish I should have just went crazy and said under 500, even though it didn't look likely. But you know what? I learned for next time. I'll just don't be so safe. Because Melo, you guys weren't. And I could either end up like Melo or
Well,
Matt.
exactly.
But, you know, I took a little easy way out there, but you know what, I'll learn next year. I'm gonna take risks. But I was still right about that.
There you go.
But
I think Melo,
okay.
didn't Melo also predict Judge would hit his 62nd versus the Rangers?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that
each
was
of us said the
whoop-de-doo.
Orioles.
That
so-
was last episode, but
Hey,
I did say he was going to
You
do
had
it
a-
in Texas. I
you
should have
had
said
a-
Bobby, I didn't want to disappoint Bobby and Kyle. I was ready to say he's not going to do it.
I'd be
I
lying if
was,
I wasn't like thinking that as well. I would never say that, but
but I wanted to say it, but I'm glad I didn't.
yeah, good. All right. But yeah, I think that's enough of our predictions. There was nothing else that we
Definitely.
missed, right? Yeah, I don't want to hear about them anymore. I'm ashamed, but no, we're
I
being
mean,
transparent.
I know
Melo, you should be proud.
I am, but I just, you see, the thing is that I had, like, I'm glad I got Toronto. I'm glad I got Verlander, but I wanted the Twins in first place. I wanted the Twins. That was like my Super Bowl right there. I had the Lombardi in my hand, and then they just snatched it from me.
Yeah, that was when we were doing the AL Central preview. You said the Twins would be in first on September 1st. And what they end up being, 2 games back, 1 game back, something like that, right?
A game and a half back
Yeah.
on September 1st,
Mm.
and I could have had $50 extra.
Yeah. We'll make another interesting bet like that next season.
Oh, wait a
That
minute.
What?
We got to review Melo and I's trade deadline bets. I forgot about
Oh,
those.
do we even know what they were? Or do we have to look back?
Yeah, we'll have to look that up then.
Wait, what was it?
I know
it was
it
Joey
was
Gallo and
Joey Gallo home runs and Syndergaard
Syndergaard.
ERA, I
Yeah.
believe.
Well, Joey Gallo did not hit a lot of home runs, but we might have made the number smaller.
I'm
Like I
not
don't.
sure.
just we got to listen to that somewhere around the trade deadline.
So I
But
may have to get a Noah
but
Syndergaard.
Syndergaard's ERA was 4.12.
Okay, no.
I don't
Wait,
know.
just with the Phillies, or is that his season? Okay.
Yeah, just with
Okay,
the
then
Phillies.
I don't think either of us have to get a Gallo or Syndergaard jersey.
But I don't remember what the bet was, so I think we have to go back
We will. Yep,
and
we'll check that. We'll check
look.
on that.
We'll get the league office on that immediately.
Yeah. We'll get our interns.
Yes.
But yeah. Okay. We probably made some other bets that we just forgot about as well. I feel like that would be something that we would do.
It's very possible.
But who do you guys think was the most disappointing team this year in all of baseball?
I think there's a really easy answer, and they live in Chicago, and it's not the Cubs. So there you go. It's the White Sox. They were definitely the biggest disappointment. Personally, the Angels were a huge disappointment to myself, but that's just for me. They're probably my second most disappointing team.
Yeah. Melo, you agree?
Yeah. I mean, disappointing. Before we came on this podcast, I came out and said the Mets were pretty disappointing. And I'm willing to have that discussion right now.
Let's do it. Okay. So, are you saying it strictly because of how big their division lead was?
Yes. And even when they lost the division lead, they were still up, like, I don't think they were ever up more than like 2 games after that, but all they had to do was win 1 game in Atlanta this past weekend with their 3 best pitchers, who Met fans make them seem like they're the greatest of all time, and they couldn't get 1 win. And they had a lead in all 3 games. I understand the Braves played out of their mind from like June all the way to the end of the season, and I understand the Mets won 100 games. You can't lose a division like that. And now they're chickening out, and they don't want to put DeGrom out there to pitch the wild card series.
Hold on a second. Yes, that too.
Should be
I just
illegal.
realized something. We all made a right prediction that the Cubs were going to be spoilers. The Cubs swept the Mets in September this.
Cubs also swept the Phillies on the season,
Yeah.
including a September series as well.
So they were almost spoilers for the Phillies, and they were spoilers for the Mets, you could say. So, you know what? We're right. There's another prediction that we're right with.
There we go. I finally got one.
But I don't know. Like, it just makes me think back to last year with the Giants and the Dodgers. Did the Dodgers ever have a lead in the West?
They did.
How late into the season?
I think
Like All-Star break?
I want to say they had it. Damn, that was so long ago. I think they even had it in September. They were just going back, but they were going back and forth each night.
Could you make an argument that the Dodgers were one of the most disappointing teams last year then?
Well, because they ended up beating the Giants in the division series, and it's
So this is a to be determined then, or
yeah,
it's-
okay, yeah, it's still to be determined. It'll be so disappointed if they just lose to the Padres this round.
Yeah.
Especially since you had the 10.5 lead, and you could have gotten the bye and rested your starters.
Right.
I personally agree with Melo though that they did choke a lead.
Oh no, they did.
Well, see, Mets fans, especially Mets fans, will say that they didn't choke a lead, that this is not Metsing, that they still won 100 games, and this is not a disappointment for the season and all that kind of stuff. But like Melo said, you had a 10.5 game lead, and all you had to do was win one game. You did choke the lead, whether you want to say it or not.
But I also think it's I would say it's more of a Metsing thing. That's a verb now. But but it's a Metsy thing that the Braves put up a 120 win pace. Like sometimes the Metsing things aren't things that they're doing, or like things that are out of their control. I feel like it's like players getting hurt or star players getting hurt. That's like a Metsy thing, I think too.
Yeah,
know
and
what I
they
mean?
lost some games that they should have won.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
know
for
we
sure.
just mentioned the Cubs, they lost to the Pirates a couple times. Like I said, it's still to be determined, but I just you can't let go of a division lead like that. But Edwin Diaz had the greatest season of all time, and Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor figured it out. So you're in a win or die wild card series now.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Cohen didn't spend $3 trillion on the Mets just for them to lose to the Padres in a wild card series. So
But Melo, if the Padres do move on, you're gonna be excited.
Let me say this since we're on this topic right now, and I've mentioned this to my coworkers. I would be extremely nervous playing the Padres, and I'll tell you why. Go back many years ago when the Yankees and Red Sox would play against each other in the pennant. Eventually, you get in these games, you're gonna lose them. The other team sees you so many times, they're gonna figure you out, and that's my biggest concern this time around. We beat them in 2020. I know they didn't make the playoffs last year. We beat them up all season this year. Eventually, you're gonna lose, and I don't want it to be this year. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
A good point. That is a good point.
So give me the Mets.
Well,
Give me DeGrom off with his arm falling off, and Scherzer, who can barely get to the mound.
so you're saying as a Dodger fan, you would rather play the Mets than the Padres?
I mean, I just think the Mets are more depleted right now.
Okay.
I think I mean, let's be real here. I mean, I know the Padres were kind of not, they were in danger of missing the playoffs, but they kind of knew their destiny was we're going to get one of these 3 wild card spots. The Mets played the whole year to try and win the division up until 3 days ago. I just think they're out of gas right now.
Interesting.
Dodgers were 14-5 against the Padres this season. They did kind of own them. But that pitching staff is scary, especially now that Snell really figured it out. So,
And that offense can turn it on.
well, Soto has been better in the last week or so. Machado's insanely scary.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and Tatis. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry.
Had to be done. It had to be
Too
done.
soon?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Thank you, Melo.
So let's dive into the wild card series since we're talking about that. Um, let's just start with Mets and Padres. And you know what? I'm thinking I might be going, or it's a possibility that I might go to one of these games since it's close.
If you were to go to one of these games, how would you get there, Bobby?
Well, I would probably get there with a car, but
Well,
I would get the
what would you
tickets.
use?
I'd probably drive there, yeah, or maybe take the train. But I would get the tickets that I would need to go to the game from SeatGeek. Use code ATT, get $20 off. I mean, it's no brainer. Playoff tickets are going to be like $1,000, and if I do, maybe I'll only get them for 980. It's a steal.
Exactly.
Code
Save
ATT.
yourself $20.
There you go. But
spend it on food there.
yeah, exactly.
Playoff merchandise. I mean, I
Or-
don't know what you could get with $20, but
Wow.
you get the
Yeah.
idea.
Maybe
It
not
might
even
be able
featured.
to buy you some of the air from when Aaron Judge hit his 60-second home run in the barn in Texas there. So
Yes. Yeah, I think that might be more expensive than the Toronto Air.
that's true.
That's the rumor going around. But anyway, all right. So Mets, Padres, Melo kind of broke it down a little bit. Well, with Padres kind of being scary, and they could be due. Matt, what do you think is going to happen?
I definitely see where both of you guys are coming from with the Padres, but give me the Mets in this one. In Mets in 3, I think the Padres can steal 1. So Mets in 3.
Melo?
Damn. Now I got to give a prediction.
Yes.
Um,
That's how this goes here.
I'm gonna say, shit. I'm gonna say Mets in 3. And the dream scenario, as a Dodger fan, is that San Diego wins Game 1.
Right.
That is the dream scenario, because if you haven't heard, they don't want to use DeGrom for this series.
That's
If
crazy.
It's just crazy to think. So they're gonna go Scherzer Game 1 no matter what, and then it all depends on what happens. If they lose, they're gonna go to DeGrom in Game 2. If they win, they'll go to Bassett, and then if you need a Game 3, it'll be probably DeGrom. But
So dumb. You
the
need to
dream
win.
scenario, you need to win, yeah. But the dream scenario, if you're a Dodger fan, you need the Padres to get Game 1, just to give the Mets a little scare at their home park.
Then you're saying Mets in 2. Mets in 3.
Mets in 3. Can you imagine Citi Field this weekend if they lose on Friday night? Can you imagine the crowd on Saturday? How tense they're gonna be if
Yeah.
they're one game from being over?
3-game series is crazy. There's so much pressure on that first game.
There is.
But I'll be different. I'll go Padres in 3.
Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked,
Me either. I wouldn't be shocked either.
and it's crazy. But I just think that the Padres lineup has potential to go off, and we really haven't seen that too much. But like the addition of Soto, like Matt said, if he goes back to what he's like, what we know him to be, along with Machado, like Cronenworth, if Josh Bell ever shows up, like things like that, scary team. Padres at 3.
And one last thing, and Juan Soto knows better than anybody. All you have to do is get in and get hot, and anything can happen. He knows that better than anybody in that locker room.
What if the Padres just go on? What if the Padres are the 2019 Nets,
I'll jump
led
off
by
my
Juan
house.
Soto again?
Melo, for your own health, don't do that. I don't
Please
think
don't.
they'll get that far, but
I won't be on social media as often I will during the offseason.
Yeah.
How about that?
Whatever. We'll
hey,
see.
I mean, Soto has faced the Mets a lot too. as obviously played for the Nationals for a long time. I don't know if that they say the more you face a pitcher, it helps you out a lot. So he's faced DeGrom. I'm sure he's faced DeGrom a decent bit, and Scherzer though was his teammate for some time.
He knows him.
Yeah, exactly. He knows what pitches he's throwing. Boom.
Live
gonna steal the
ABs in spring
signs.
training.
And
Yeah.
there you go. But next series, Matt, take this one away. Phillies Cards.
Oh, okay.
Phillies Cards. Glad the Phillies are in mostly just
Oh.
so. But Phillies will be pitching Nola. Well, not Nola the first game. Wheeler, Nola, and then Ranger Suarez if needed. Give me Phillies in 3.
Oh,
Give me Phillies in 3.
Oh,
Nice.
Hit Wainwright's curveball. You know it's coming. That's all he throws is a curveball. So Phillies in 3, baby.
will
Melo?
you go as far as saying I want to end Pujols and Molina's career? Will you go that far and say that?
We
I
need
mean,
that
hey,
for the-
it's gonna be part of the job to be done. So, I mean, hey, there's no saying that they won't come back a little bit. Bobby talked about in a video about maybe Pujols should come back, and
He's not coming back.
we talked about Yachty coaching for Puerto Rico,
Yeah,
right?
it's not the end of his baseball career. You don't have to feel bad.
Exactly. He's gonna be a player coach, and he's definitely gonna get the urge to come back to play. Now he probably won't actually come back and play, but he'll get the urge to at some point.
Right. All
Now,
about the urge. Melo, Phillies
I-
Cardinals.
I asked you guys
Oh.
your honest opinion before, if the Phillies would make the playoffs. We all said yes, so we were right. So now I need your honest opinion here.
Melo, go. No. Okay, if you don't want to go, I'll go first.
No, I'll go.
Okay.
Matt, I love you. You know that. It was fun, but this is where the train stops. I'm gonna go. I'm going. I'm going Cardinals in 3. I do think the Phillies get a game. I think they save off elimination in game 2.
All right.
I hate this because these are the 2 teams that I want. Like, out of these 4 wildcard teams, the Phillies and the Cardinals are at the top of my list. Like, I don't really care about the Padres or Mets. I would like to see the Phillies move on, and I would like to see the Cardinals go on. I don't think that Albert Pujols' career is over, and I think that he's going to make a mark this postseason in his final year. That being said, I think the Cardinals are moving on because the whole Yachty, Wainwright, Molina resume, I guess you could say, it's not done yet. And they're maybe all of them are due for an October moment, one last October moment, and I think that's going to happen this October. I think the Cardinals' magic is going to push them past the Phillies.
How many games? Is it a sweep?
See,
2 games?
I
And
don't
them quickly?
recall how many sweeps there were in 2020, but I feel like it's going to happen more than we predict. Like there's going to be,
We had a lot of good series in 2020.
yeah, and I think it's going to be a lot of the same for this year. I say no sweep. I say in 3 games, Cardinals win in 3. Phillies win game 2 with Nola.
All right. I mean,
Sorry,
he had the no-hitter going.
Matt.
The Phillies are 4-3 against the Cardinals this year.
Okay. And what are the Cardinals against the Phillies?
They'd be 3-4, Robbie.
Good job. Good job.
I'm not that dumb. Okay, my
Quick math.
predictions suck, but I'm not that dumb.
All right.
We'll have some videos coming out though, breaking this series down,
Yes.
and then also
in
an
length.
American League one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the one that's going to be released first, Tampa Bay Rays versus the Cleveland Guardians.
Oh god.
I said in a video that is unreleased that you guys didn't see yet, or you might have seen because I sent it to you. I don't know if you
This
watched
is an
it,
exclusive then.
but I said that this has the potential to be the best series of the wild card round. I think these teams are really underrated. And these teams are both very, very, very talented. And they could very well play spoiler with the Yankees, either one of these teams. They're both very good. But I'm saying Guardians in 3.
Not surprised.
Yeah?
A little bit, but
Okay.
I can see it.
All right. Matt, who wants to go next? Let's hear it.
Give me the Guardians in 2.
Wow.
I wasn't on the Rays in the beginning of the season, early on. You can go back and look at that one, but I don't know. This might be another feature of Matt's freezing cold
Yeah,
takes.
no, that's what I was
So
gonna say. Melo, now you know what to take. We should
You
just
took-
have Matt go first for every
You
one.
took my
exactly, there you go.
pick,
Pick
man.
the opposite.
You took my pick, man. I was gonna stamp and say Guardians in 2, stand up Ohio, HO, everything. I was gonna do that.
So now it's
Um,
Rays in 2.
No, I'm gonna go Rays in 3.
Wow.
I go Rays in 3. They're gonna march into Yankee Stadium. We'll see what happens.
Like I said, I
Rays
genuinely.
always
Oh, go.
the Rays always seem to figure it out at this time,
Correct.
and they figure it out during the season. I know they lost last year to Boston, but that was still a very close series.
Yeah.
They just find ways to figure it out, and I think they're gonna win this
And I
round.
could also see the Guardians are also a team that the Yankees tend to beat in the postseason a lot. In 2020 they did, 2017 they did. That was when they played them. But Yankees just seem to win recently against the Guardians, and it goes back to the whole Padres Dodgers thing. You're not always going to own a team. The Twins are eventually going to beat the Yankees in the postseason. Like that's
Well,
oh, maybe not that, but maybe now I'm getting crazy, but
Maybe when Byron Buxton can play more than 50 games
that's
out
so
of a
messed
season.
up.
wow.
That's tough. That was
Melo from the
uncalled
top
for.
rope. Wow.
That was uncalled for. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I
Hey.
was scared. I wouldn't want to play either of those teams.
One more thing. I could honestly just see Yandy Diaz just flexing his massive muscles and saying, Guardians, you lose, and that's the end. After one inning, the games are over, and the
And-
Guardians just lose, just because Yandy Diaz said so.
To dive into the video, that was Kyle's player to look out for, and my player was Josh Naylor and Tristan McKenzie.
Josh Naylor, that's right.
Because he owned the Yankees in the 2020 Wild Card Series. He went 5 for 7 with 4 extra base hits, and he's going to do the same thing this year. That's what I said, at least.
Wow.
Yep. Moving on to Seattle and Toronto. Games are being held in Toronto.
The 6th.
What do you guys think?
I'm not sure on this one. This is going to be the best series, I think.
It's
Mariners.
Gonna be I could see it. Like,
Yeah.
I could see a Toronto walk-off at one point. That place going bananas. But then also like a big Seattle comeback. Melo, you have a pick? You haven't gone first. Or at least in a couple.
I do.
Let's see here.
Oh man, this is tough because you know one quick thing before I make this pick. Honestly, it's just giving me more time to think about it. But
Right.
some of these teams, man, like I want both of them to win. Like I want the Phillies to win. I want the Cardinals to win. I want Toronto to win.
Yeah.
But then I want Seattle to win. This is tough, man. But I want to get these picks right, so I'm gonna stay.
Conservative.
With the conservative. I'm gonna take the Toronto Blue Jays.
In how many?
I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say this is a sweep.
Wow.
I think the Mariners get a rude awakening this round.
Really? And it's gonna turn into the movie that Vladdy was talking about?
Yeah,
Because we
I
know how
think
that
so.
how Rogers Center,
Yes.
how loud that place is, what kind of playoff atmosphere that is.
You guys remember a couple years ago when the Oakland A's was like the last team their last team that was kind of good before everything happened.
Yeah.
Remember when they marched into Yankee Stadium for that wild card game and we thought that they were going to give them a fight?
Yeah.
It was over by the third inning. And I think the darlings of Major League Baseball, the Seattle Mariners, are going to get a rude awakening when they go to Toronto. This is a sweep for me.
Matt?
Wow. Okay.
No,
This
I'm
is
gonna go
gonna be-
first, so it's not looking
Okay.
like I'm stealing yours
Oh,
or not, or
you
going
think you-
against it.
Okay. Whatever.
Melo just got me hyped. I'm taking the Blue Jays in 2.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
got me hyped up.
So I'm gonna be in the minority on this one. The Mariners are gonna do the opposite of what Melo said. The Blue Jays are gonna be in for the rude awakening, but it's not that they're gonna be like a terrible team or they're gonna get big brothered by the Mariners or anything like that. It's just gonna be a matter of the Mariners are this young team on the come up, and they are gonna prove that they're just a step ahead of the Blue Jays right now. And it just you haven't seen the development from some of the guys on the Blue Jays that we thought we were going to get. Like Bichette hasn't quite been the top tier of what we thought. Biggio really sort of disappointed, but I don't know. Give me Mariners in 3.
I'm gonna add to mine that the Blue Jays are gonna walk off game 2. That's how it
Whoa.
ends.
Okay. That's gonna be fun, man. Can you imagine Alec Manaea when he finishes his 6th scoreless inning and he's pumping his chest? Canada's going nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, and also too, one last thing. This is what all great teams I think have to go through, and I think it's Seattle's turn this year. You got to go through the aches and pains of losing some playoff games and some rounds, and I think this is gonna happen to Seattle.
It would be unfortunate. I do like both of these teams a lot, but again, they're both likable teams.
Not for you, but yeah.
It's like it would be cool to see the Blue Jays do good though. Like as a baseball fan, as a
Right.
Yankee fan, obviously I don't really care for it, but it's a good story. But yeah, I think that's really it. I guess we'll just come back after the weekend, and we'll give the rest of the postseason picture, the DS, and hopefully we'll be talking about all 3 of our teams.
We will.
Well,
At least 2 of them. At least 2 of them.
We'll be talking about all of them one way or the other, but
yeah. Hey, we'll get through it. Philly's gonna win.
anything else to add? Any other predictions we just want to throw out there? Anything to put out into the universe just in case we're right?
I think a starter this round will have a complete game. I don't know who, but I think we'll have one complete game from a starter this weekend.
Nola. Give it to me.
I was gonna say Nola. I actually was. I was looking through each team and I was like, yeah, I like that. What about we see? I said the walk off. Juan Soto hits 3 total home runs in Citi Field this weekend.
Okay, I like that.
You have
Bold.
anything other than saying Nola?
No. Give me Julio outshines Vladdy Jr.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
All right, we'll see. We'll come back. Hey, maybe we're all right. Maybe we're not. But
the odds are not in my favor of being right, just historically. So
yes,
Melo's been a great predictor so far. So
yeah, maybe you said a complete game, right?
Yeah, I
You said a
said
perfect
one.
game.
Yeah, I totally said that. You gotta listen to me. I'm Melotradamus. That's my new nickname now. I just have the little crystal ball. I see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But oh, and one last note. for the next probably 3 weeks, we're still raising money for the American Red Cross, affecting those, or raising money for those affected by Hurricane Ian. So if you could donate a couple bucks, go for it.
Yeah, we appreciate those who did donate. So
Yes, that was great.
Anything helps.
Exactly. And I think that's it. That's a wrap on episode 46. We'll see you guys after the wild card round. Peace.
yep.
See ya.
See ya.